I can say about then the next subject I'm going to talk about, the next pair, okay? Because when I thought about ending this episode, if it wasn't for a serious matter that I have to address at the end, I would have ended the show with this today. You know, my reaction to the viral moment from a Coldplay concert last week. Andy Byron. Now, this brother was the CEO of of an astronomer company, right? The 1 point of astronomer was the name of his company. $1.3 billion AI company he helped found. He was the CEO, but he had to resign. Why did this man have to resign? Can I tell y'all why? He had to resign because days earlier he was caught, they say canoodling, that's the word, canoodling, with head of HR, his head of HR, a woman by the name of Kristen Cabot, on a jumbotron at the Coldplay concert near Boston, Massachusetts. A kiss cam showed couples throughout the stadium before stopping on Cabot, who quickly covered her face, and Byron, who swiftly ducked out of view when they were shown. Coldplay lead singer Chris Martin seemed confused before saying, quote,
either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Now, obviously, see, listen, I don't get into people's personal business like that. To each his own. Live yours. You know what I'm saying? Your heart goes out to anybody hurt in the matter. Wives, husbands, children. You certainly don't wish any negativity upon them. That's not a joking matter. That's fair to say. But let me also say this. What the hell are you doing out with your head of HR? Who don't know that need to be quiet? You the only person that like Coldplay? You didn't think somebody else in the stands might be a member of your company, astronomer? And they might notice, ain't that the person for HR? So much for going to them for assistance. If I got a problem with the boss, I mean, you don't see the conflict of interest. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. I don't understand stuff like that. And you see, that brings me to a point that most people don't say, but I'm going to say. You know the people who get in trouble screwing around at work? Do you know who those people are? Particularly when it's men. I'm talking about the men, not the women. God bless her. She got a lot to deal with her husband and all that other stuff because you got photos of your husband and your children and all this. Everybody saw it. I mean, good luck with that. Because men ain't women. We got egos to deal with. We don't handle that stuff quite as well. All right? But to him and to the men out there, you know the kind of men, let me tip you women off to the kind of men who get trouble screwing around at work. Not saying all, there are exceptions to every rule, of course. But these are normally the kind of women who get, the kind of men rather, who get in trouble screwing around at work. You know who they are? The dudes that wasn't getting none until they got to work. In other words, you missed the big shot. And you got that kind of cachet. And because you got that kind of cachet, your dominion at your place of business puts you in a position where you could hook up with somebody that you probably wouldn't have had no chance with had you not been in that position. This is a $1.3 billion company. So I'm certainly not trying to act like the man wasn't a success until then. But nobody knew your ass. So because of that reality, you might have had a problem. Now, you shouldn't have had any problems because you're married and you shouldn't have been with anybody to begin with. I mean, honor your vows or don't get married. But I'm not judging here because a whole bunch of people cheating that are married. And I get that. That's what pissed me off about the whole Ime Udoka scandal with the Boston Celtics. Because I know a whole bunch of people that's getting loose in the workplace in pro sports. And they weren't put on Front Street the way Ime Udoka was. And he wasn't even the one that was married. She was. But I digress. My point is, the dudes that get in trouble with screwing around at work are usually the ones that never had the ability to screw around because nobody wanted their ass. So they had to take whatever they could get. Because see, when you're getting some, you don't have to use work to do it. You feel me? There's exceptions. It's not a hard and fast rule, but that's usually the case. So Andy Byron, welcome to the world of celebrity. They ain't know you before. They damn sure know you now. Sorry. It's just the truth.